Hello everyone. Today we will be talking on Clostridium perfringens. Formerly it was called Clostridium wechii. We will be discussing its morphology and virulence. So coming to its morphology, I have previously discussed the characters of a general Clostridial group. Today we will be focusing on morphology of Clostridium perfringens. So first coming to some general characters, it causes gastrointestinal diseases and gas gangrene, then necrosis, and it can cause mild enteric disease to severe flesh-eating necrosis and gas gangrene, which I have discussed earlier. And its symptoms depends on the strain and toxin present in it. This is some general things. So where it is present, it is found in soil, marine sediment, decaying vegetation, and intestinal tract of humans and animals. So it's a common cell also. It can proliferate very rapidly under optimal conditions. Coming to its morphology, it's a gram-positive bacteria, as you can see in this picture that I've put it here. It is purple in color, so it's gram-positive. I think spores are not very clear in this picture, but I will be showing it in the next picture. So it's pleuromorphic or curved, and it's 3.8 micrometer to 0.1 to 1.2 micrometer length breadth. Pleuromorphic, that it can keep on changing its shape. Capsulated, non-motile, non-flagellated. That means it cannot move. It is not having motile flagella by which it can move. So no organ of motility is there. And spores are present on them. Now let's see what kind of spores are present. In this picture, this is Clostridium spores, which are subterminal or overt. So the placement of spore in case of Clostridium perfringens can be this subterminal or in the center. And the spores are usually oval. So center or subterminal, that I have discussed, wider than bacillary body, giving bacillus a swollen appearance resembling a spindle. That is why Clos means spindle. So these spores are bulges. They are bulging. So they sometimes give the appearance of spindle in them because they are large and bulbous, while the bacillus is here. So these spores are rarely seen in artificial culture or lesion specimen. These spores are thermoresistant, and that is why we will discuss why it can cause food poisoning. And they occurs naturally in environment. Sporulation takes place in intestine too. So now coming to virulence factor. What are the different virulence factors present in the Clostridium perfringens? They are the toxins, 6 major toxins on which Clostridium perfringens is divided into different types. And it also have perfringolysin O, that is called theta toxin, and it's present in almost all strains. So that is why I have not kept it under the 6 major toxins, because this 6 major toxins are responsible for different types or giving the different names to the strain. So these strains on the basis of 6 major toxins are divided into type A to G, as I have written in this slide. And this perfringolysin O, that means theta toxin, is present in almost all the strains. In addition to these toxins, 20 pathogenic substances are also present in Clostridium perfringens. And the different types of toxins and strains I have listed for you to remember. Like type A has only alpha toxin. Remember, it has alpha toxin plus PFO. Perfringolysin is also there. Theta toxin is also there. So all these toxins plus theta toxins plus 20 pathogenic other different toxins are also there in Clostridium perfringens. So it causes major problems, and those its pathogenesis we will be talking in the next lecture. Here I'm just listing virulent factors of that Clostridium perfringens. So this is responsible for food poisoning because of enterotoxin that is present in it. Meat from beef or pork or poultry products, particularly cooked with sauces, are at high risk, and at least 10 raised to power 5 per gram of bacteria is present in the sample when it is said to cause food poisoning. So this is the minimum number that is present. So coming to the next slide, let me see if I have, yeah. So these are the few factors which are very important to remember. And this is the high yielding questions that can come on this. This is that type A produces only alpha toxins. So when we are talking alpha, we will write CPA. When it's beta, it's CPB. So type A works in synergy with perfringolysin PFO and causes clostridial myonecrosis. That is, it causes necrosis to the muscles, which is usually called gas gangrene, commonly called gas gangrene. We will be discussing gas gangrene in detail. It also causes this type A, which is having alpha toxin and perfringolysin. They work together in synergy. So it causes hepatobiliary infections, sepsis, food-borne diarrhea, and it leads to massive intravascular hemolysis too. Type F produce CPA enterotoxins, and it also causes food poisoning and non-food-borne diarrhea. So from human, what kind of toxins are detected? Usually type A and type B are type A and type F. So the question is mainly what strains of or types of Clostridium perfringens are present in human samples is usually type A and type F. Let's just discuss one more slide that is on role of toxins like alpha toxin, which is also called phospholipase C, lecithinase, and choline, and it causes gas gangrene. So alpha toxin, I have talked that type A have alpha toxin only with PFO. Beta toxin is a pore-forming toxin which is responsible for cytotoxic effects. So what is doing? It's a key mediator of necrotizing enterocolitis and enterotoxemia. This is the role of beta toxin. And epsilon toxin damages cell walls and causes potassium and fluid leakages from the cells, while iota toxin has two components. One is the enzyme component and other is the translocation component. That means it translocate it to the target cell, and then the receptor of the target cell receives this IB, that is iota B component, and this makes up place for enzyme component iota A to enter inside the receptor cell and cause damage to the host, thus destroy the cell. So these were the roles and of the toxins, all the toxins that are present. But remember, in human, usually type A and type F are reported, while type A causes major pathogenesis, F causes food poisoning, and these are the what are the functions of the other toxins. That these toxins are responsible for causing various other problems in humans as well as animals. So this was all about morphology and virulence factor of Clostridium toxin.